Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? I hope you can, if you want to let us know if you can see us, hear us, and there is also come on over, a slideshow that you should see on the screen. Probably the more important, well, the voice and the slideshow is probably the important part. Don't worry about our faces too much. There is a questions box you can use to let us know. You can also let us know where you're logging in from. Hello, Olga. I am thinking that you can probably hear and see us then. Awesome. We're glad you're here.
So just let us know where you're tuning in from, just out of curiosity.
And we'll get started in just a couple minutes at the top of the hour. I'm going to fix my hair also. It always does that.
How was mine?
Yours is great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think I still need a haircut.
Yes, well, you can get a haircut, but it looks good. Hey, Candy and Crazy Toronto. What's crazy in Toronto right now? I apologize if I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't been on Twitter for a couple days. I don't know what's going on. All right. Okay, so if you are here for the session that's going to teach you how to use private label rights content to grow your business, you're in the right place, and we'll get started in a couple of minutes. It's Alice and Yusef here. Because I know a lot of the people who come will know us, but we had our affiliates share this presentation, so we'll introduce ourselves as well if we are brand new to you. All right.
So we're just gonna give some more time for people to join, and then we'll get started.
Yeah, right. One more minute.
One more minute.
If they're late, that's their problem.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome for coming on time. Oh, and I should turn my phone off. Okay, so we're all set. Slides are ready.
Yeah.
Make sure this technology trips us up a lot, so. We're hoping we're totally prepared this time. But regardless of what technology problems there may be, we will promise to deliver awesome content, great ideas for you, and show you how to make it easy to implement all of this stuff.
Absolutely. We did have some technical challenges with the software that we were using yesterday during our session, but hopefully today we've got those problems sorted out.
Which one thing I want to check is, why doesn't it say it's recording?
Oh, this session is being
Thank
recorded.
you. Yeah. I knew it was somewhere.
They always move that message around. Sometimes it's like at the top. Sometimes
I think before you start, it's at the top, and then once you broadcast. Yeah. All right. Well, we're at the top of the hour, so should we get started?
Yeah.
Officially.
Officially, yeah. Okay, so today's webinar is going to be about how to save a ridiculous amount of time and money and grow your loyal audience that can't wait to purchase your product. Next slide, please.
Oh, boy.
Okay, today's session is going to teach you how to save time, save money, grow your loyal audience, and make sure that your audience can't wait to purchase your product. That includes how to quickly and easily put those products up for sale. This is an encore presentation, which means that we'll be showing you a recorded session, but we'll be here this whole time answering your questions in the question box. The fact that we're not doing the presentation live means that we'll have more time answering your questions in great details. So don't be shy to drop your questions in the question box. We might stop the recording and give additional information and clarification, food for thought, or test your knowledge if you're paying attention. But
just kidding, of course.
Just kidding, yeah, this is not school.
It'll be so good, you guys can't help but pay attention. It's going to be better than school, more useful than school, probably, yes.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. Also, stay until the end because all these lessons will come together as we work through the material. We also have a free handy download for you to organize your content and make sure it works more effectively for you. We'll have time to brainstorm and answer questions, and we'll be here for as long as you want us to be.
Yes, thank you. I am excited about this because, and I love the opportunity, yeah, to get involved with you guys in the questions area after. We can also do, speak, we can answer your questions live as well. But yeah, this is totally your session. Tell us what you need as we go, and we can totally help. But first, we should probably introduce ourselves because while many of you may know us, we're probably new to a lot of you as well. I'm Alice Seba, and this is Yusef Kulan, and you can probably guess where we are in the photo as well. Between the two of us, we have over 2 decades of content marketing experience. And we've sold millions of DoneForYou content, which is what we're kind of basing this lesson on. And people think like, wow, who cares? You sold all this, but you don't get to have this much experience and sell this much content without helping your customers know how to use it. And that's why we're here for you to do this today, because there's no point in just having this content and not know how to implement it in your business. Our goal is always to make you the hero to your audience and make it easy for you. So we we have this team to put all this stuff together for you. You just take it and run with it, and we're going to really focus on how to take it and run with it in the most effective way possible for your business. So again, I'm Alice, and I do a lot of the content ideas. I love sharing content marketing strategies, but I also create a little bit of chaos behind the scenes here. I'm sure Yusef will probably never say, but he's laughing.
She's perfect.
So. But I always have these ideas. Oh, we could do this, we could do this. And as our CFO, he makes sure that we can afford to do all of it and we can stay in business for you, because obviously we have to. We can't help you if we're not in business. He also, that part of that is also working on our, making sure we have new customers coming in. He works on our search engine optimization and things like that, making sure we have lots of traffic, new customers coming in all the time. Mm-hmm. So on the personal side, and this will just be a moment, we're going to get right to the content pretty quickly, but we are all about keeping life and marketing simple and fun. We like to just focus on the results, making sure that we have what we need. We have a big team to create this content for us, and then we get it out to you. And we want the same thing for you, is not to get bogged down in all the little details, but use the resources you have. And with DoneForYou content, it's so affordable and makes it so easy. Then you can focus on the higher end tasks, growing your business, which is what we also like to do. And I think that'll come through in this session for you. We do love traveling. We took up a new hobby of paddleboarding last year, and this is actually a picture of us on a paddleboarding trip, and we almost died that day. And if you want to know the story of that, we can tell you later on. Just remind us at the end. But it was still fun. You got to roll with the punches, right? And we also share this love. We actually started our business like a couple of years ago, or more than a couple of years ago, together with a project to support dog rescue. And we have some cool things coming with that we're planning to explore in the next couple of years. But in the process, we adopted the best office mate anyone could ever ask for. And I know that people who have been around for a while know that that's Biscuit, the sweetie. And actually, we can't see the camera where we are, but I don't know if we move that you're able to see.
She's down here. You might not be able to see.
Biscuit is hard at work here. She's doing some brainstorming, helping us plan our next move. So she's always around to help us. All right. So I think, the reason we share this about, creating the life that you would enjoy is that you can do it as well. Like, what do you want your life to look like? You have the ability to decide when you leverage the resources you have to make your marketing a whole lot easier. So with that in mind, we're going to now just play the class. Again, ask questions as much as you like. We're here for you, and we really look forward to. Yes, thank you. Yeah. Where is it? There we go. So we'll get started. And again, we might interrupt and and if there's a moment for that, but there won't be a test, but we know you're paying attention. All right. So I think we can turn the video off. It just takes a moment. This session is going to be useful whether you create your own content, you hire content creators, or use ready to publish, done for you private label rights content, which we mentioned earlier, and we're going to explain it if you're not familiar with that. And it's still going to be extremely useful if you've never really even published content before. So let's start right there. What is private label rights content that you will hear people call it PLR for short? It's done for you content that is ready for you to edit, brand, monetize, and publish just about any way you wish. You just got to read the terms because everybody that you purchase it from will maybe have something slightly different. But it's very much like purchasing a license for a stock photo. Lots of people probably have bought stock photos that you can use for your business, but it's a variety of content. It could be graphics, it could be all kinds of things that we're going to talk about in a second. Or as a more common example, it's really like, grocery stores. Many of them all sell the same product, right? But they just slap their label on it. It could be soup or macaroni and cheese, and it's the store brand, but really lots of stores actually sell that brand, not the brand, but the same actual food, right? So that's really what PLR is. It makes your life easier to get your content published because it's done for you and ready to go. It's cheaper than a ghostwriter for sure, and it allows you to stay focused on growing your business. So if you're writing all day or creating graphics all day, it keeps you away from those higher end tasks. So when it's done, all you have to do is you work your magic with it, and we're going to talk about how to create some of that magic here. Because it's always our goal to stay on top of trends, get the best research, written, and design content. And that's because we want to create content that is highly usable to create that loyal audience of buyers who can't wait for more, which is what we've been promising you. And ultimately, that's how you, because you as our customers, how you stay in business, and us too, because we have to offer you that quality content. PLR can come in many forms, and this is hardly a list, like an exhaustive list, right? There's articles, graphics, reports, courses, videos, emails, sales pages, printables, which we'll be talking about a lot in this session for a very good reason, as we'll show you. PLR can be used to grow your traffic. It grows your list. It can be turned into products. There's so many possibilities with it. When you've got done for you content, you have, something business, that is the business. That is how you get the traffic. It's how you grow the list. It's stuff you sell for many of us, right? Content is the product. We're going to talk about those 3 points in depth more, but let's first talk about why content is absolutely the #1 business building strategy. And it has been since I started my business, 2002, 20 years ago. All right, content is how your customers find you. That's how they sign up for your list. That's how they learn about your product. Content is how your customers fall in love with you. That's your expertise, how you motivate them, how you entertain them. It creates that connection with them. And again, for many of us, content is how you create your products. It could be courses, coaching programs, ebooks, memberships, printables. It's all content. Let's run through, we're going to get a little more into strategy, but let's talk about 19 creative ways to use PLR or content in general. Again, this can be used for content that is done for you or content that you create yourself, and you'll probably do or already do a combination of both. But it works as search engine food on your website, right? You optimize it for your keyword phrase and you start building that traffic. It's newsletter content. So your broadcast emails that you send out, autoresponder content, which is the automated email sequences you may create.
They're great for free gifts to grow your list. You get more people to your opt-in offer, right? Because you are showing content that leads them into that free gift. For product promotions, for social media, you can incorporate it into advertising. You can turn it into an info product. You can turn it into a print-on-demand product. Graphics become t-shirts and all kinds of things like that, or books, right? Print-on-demand books. You can turn it into a printable product for sale. Promotions for your affiliates. So one great, affiliates love people who promote your product for a commission. They can send people to your sales page, but when you give them great content to share with their audience, you make them look good, and it gives them extra stuff to share. So you're not only useful because you're helping your affiliates get sales, but you're making them look good, you're giving them content, you're helping with some of their work. But you do have to be careful with that, because some private label rights sellers might not allow you to do that. We do. Our terms allow you to, as long as they're sharing the content and publishing the content with the purpose of promoting your product, that's totally allowed with us. You can bundle articles into reports. You can bundle reports into courses. You could turn it into audio or video, make pamphlets and booklets for offline use. You could turn it into bonus products, print it and mail stuff out as bonuses or gifts to some of your best clients, like having something in their hand. What a great thing. You can add it to your membership site. Now, don't worry about memorizing that. I mean, maybe you want to take a quick screenshot of it. It doesn't mean you have to do all those things or all of those things at once, but it just shows you that there is so much that you can do. When you have a library of content you can draw on, you have so many marketing possibilities. So one question that people often ask, is it okay to publish PLR as it is without editing it? Because it's like a stock photo, like we said, that a lot of people are, they get the same content. So is it okay to put it out there as it is? Now, I say yes. Sometimes you won't edit it at all, but you really overall do not need to spend a bunch of time editing content. You just need to incorporate it strategically into your marketing plan, and that's what we're going to talk about next. Because it's critical to remember your products are important, and I think this is very key actually. Your products are important, but they're not as important as your overall message, the message you want to send to your customers. So you need to be really clear on what that message is, and it's going to frame everything you're going to do. It's going to, this will become more clear as we go along. And also, if you're sitting there going, but I don't really know what my message is, I just want to sell journals, right? That's also takes time to develop. And as you guys know, we have our Facebook Beacon Hub Facebook group. We're always around to help you kind of get that. But the more you practice, the more you're going to get more comfortable with what your message is and make sure that everything fits that. And because you are using DoneForYou content, you have tons of content to practice with. So that's the bonus. So I guess to figure out what your message is, well, there's a couple of things to ask yourself. Is first, what is the problem you solve? Do you help people get organized? Do you help them reach a specific goal, build a business? It could be anything. But always approach things like that. People will get connected to you and your business and rely on you when you're helping them solve some kind of problem. If you're just selling printable products just for, willy-nilly or whatever, then it's a little more difficult. Being clear about this and helping them and making it clear in your content and your messages to them, that will draw a more loyal crowd to you. Also, you need to think about, and this is the tough one, especially when you're new or if you haven't thought about it before, but you need to do it. So why do your customers come to you instead of others? It's easier to, are you easier to follow than other people? Is there do you motivate them? Do you help them feel understood? It's like a variety of things it can be. And there is actually something in a package we've put together for you. We do have something to help you kind of explore this better and come to really understand why people come to you. And if you don't know why people come to you, you might look at other businesses and think about why you go to them. And it kind of gives you some ideas of maybe, you know, the things you like about other businesses might be something that's inside of you that you might bring to other people. And one more thing, important thing before we get into the, you know, the traffic, the growing the list, the product creation and all that stuff. This is kind of an oath that I'd like you guys to take. You could repeat after me, or once I've explained it, let me know in the questions if you agree to this, because it's gonna help you so much if you can embrace this. So it says, not knowing how I'm going to get things done should never be a barrier to working towards my goal. I will always work on the next step and ensure I'm moving forward all the time. So if you agree, you can say so. If you're not sure exactly what I mean, let me explain, and you can tell me if you agree or not afterwards. But that's the biggest problem we see when people coming into our group and things like that. They're like, they want a complete roadmap. They want to know, what do I do here and how do I get over here? And nobody's roadmap is ever going to be the same. It's impossible. And if someone tells you you can follow this steps, you can probably do that. You will get some success, but it will be limited because you're trying a cookie cutter approach. All you have to know is the next thing. And we live in this amazing time, right, where you can Google anything. So if you don't know you set up your WordPress website, but then you don't know how to do the theme, all you do is Google that specific thing. It's just one step after another. So I think we see do we have a lot of people agreeing?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
So we've got, yes, Myra, Iris, Maria, Donna, Lee, Alicia, good, awesome. And remember this, because if you said you agree and I see you later in the group like all confused, I mean, it's okay to be confused, but you have to just the one step and then the next step. All right, so let's get back to the traffic building, list building, selling products formula. Teaching by way of example, we're going to use some content from a massive package of DoneForYou content that we're going to show you in more detail later on. So you'll see examples from that, but it's going to work no matter what kind of content you're working with, whether you have other content you purchase, whether you hire someone or you create it yourself, the concepts are the same. So let's keep it simple. We talked about keeping it simple. Here is your funnel. It's building traffic, growing your list, selling your products. And that middle part is so important. Please, you can do it with social media if you want to try to build your audience there, but the email list is what you really need, because you don't want to be subject to Facebook algorithms. I mean, I have friends who amassed followings of 100,000 people on Instagram, and now their posts get 30 likes. Like, it's too volatile, and you're at the mercy of these social media sites. It's not as commercial. People expect to be sold things via email, not as much from social media. And now I said the word funnel, so if that wasn't familiar with you, all it is a fancy way of saying the way potential customers pass through your marketing process. So that's all it is. So in this case, we're saying it's this: you're going to grow traffic, you're going to get people on your list, you're going to sell those people products. All right, so we're going to move on to the traffic building. Let's start with articles. We're going to show you examples from different types of content and how you can use them and incorporate it into your strategy, or the message thing, the important stuff we were talking about, right? So yes, you're using DoneForYou content that other people might be using, but you're making it your own without rewriting a whole bunch of stuff, as you'll see. So articles are great for getting search engine traffic. They could be put on your blog, social media, and I have this little note here that says always include a call to action. We're going to explain that in a second. So the ways you can incorporate articles that are already done for you into your marketing strategy is simply just putting a unique introduction saying why you're sharing this. So it becomes your own. You are delivering awesome information to your customers, but you're framing it in a way that, because they come to you because they trust your judgment, they trust your viewpoints. So just adding an introduction can make a big difference. Include examples and personal stories. That's my favorite for, just it helps people learn. It helps them connect with you more personally if you're showing examples and personal stories, and it helps solidify that message. And always, when you're publishing articles, include a promotion for a product or a free opt-in offer. I am missing a T there, but luckily that's not in slideshow mode, so I can actually correct my typo. And like when we were talking about email versus social media being not as promotional. So if you're posting an article to your blog, always a call to action to opt into something, get a special offer, something every time. No exceptions, I think, unless you just really don't have anything to include, but at least tell them to opt in. Social media is a little more tricky, but you want to kind of make it a conversation. So you may not put a link all the time because people don't want to be sold to on social media as much. And if you're using Instagram, you can't even put a link. But you want to get conversational and be talking about the products you have or the free. So you can say, share this article about choosing a new habit is not enough, and then say, and in my free report or my free journal, I help you work through this. Like, just mention it and then let people know if they want to know about it, to let you know, right? So it's all, the call to action may not be a link, but it should be, you should be making people aware of what you're offering all the time. We have inspirational graphics. You see these everywhere. They can be added to social media. They work great as blog post prompts, giving you ideas of what to write about. You can add your branding and calls to action with these as well. How you're going to incorporate something like that into your market strategy is that captions are everything. What does the saying mean to you? And always relate it back to your message, your products, your offers. How does it relate? Why are you sharing this, right? And you can see on social media, there are some, accounts that share quotes and things like this, and the captions are hardly anything, and they get tons of likes and all this stuff. People, I mean, that's a way you can do that. You can build a large audience, but it doesn't create a connection, right? You don't know what those people sell. You just assume they have a very popular social media account, and you're not interested in learning. I'm thinking you're not interested in learning more from them. You just like the stuff they post on social media. By adding a bit of yourself, and you'll have time to do it because you're using DoneForYou content, you are making them curious about you and what your company or you personally have to offer. So it's worth the time to do that. And maybe you'll be rusty or awkward to start with, but as you practice, it becomes easier and natural to just frame everything that you publish with your company's message. And of course, these graphics are great, as many of our customers do. Create t-shirts, mugs, wall art posters for easy monetization. So you can make those products for sale. You can also, send those as gifts to your best clients, all kinds of ways. Or say you have a course, you're selling maybe a higher ticket course. How about sending a t-shirt out to everybody who join the course, and you create kind of a sense of community, which is also important, which is how you're going to build that loyal audience that keeps coming back. Little small things like that. You could also use Printables to be growing your traffic. It's free and easy SEO traffic if people are looking for a journal page or a coloring page on a specific topic. or there's checklists, worksheets, all that kind of stuff. People are searching for that. The ways to incorporate that into your marketing strategy, which Yusef is actually going to share a little tip with us shortly because he is our SEO guy. You know, optimize those pages that you offer the free printable with problem-solving phrases like how do I fix this? Or sometimes people are searching for free alphabet coloring pages, for example, that B is for brother coloring page that's there. Make them opt in to get their email address because you're going to always be growing your list. So you don't have to give it. Sometimes you might make it a download they can grab without doing anything, but it's probably better to get their email address so you can stay in touch with them and give them more great stuff. Inside the downloads, you can include a promotion for a product or other offer. So let's just talk about printables a little bit. And this is going to come up again and why they are such high value win-win content. And when I say win-win, I mean a win for you and your business and a win for your audience. It's because they're actionable and help clients get better results. They're tools. They're not just information, right? So because of that, they have a higher perceived value. So people are more likely to opt in. And when selling a course, if you incorporate printables, you can often sell them at a higher price. And that all means for you is that you get more satisfied clients who are doing, you know, accomplishing things. Then you get testimonials and word of mouth for it. So they're a fantastic thing to incorporate, even if there are many of probably people here, it is your business, but for others, it might be something you incorporate into what you're doing. So before we go on to the next topic of growing your list, let's talk to Yusef because he has, you know, how would somebody, you know, take a piece of PLR content and get search engine traffic from it?
So you can use the article the way it is, but I would suggest to add more to it in order to make it more SEO friendly. So take your targeted keyword. Let's say if the article is about how to save time effectively, and that is your targeted keyword because it has got low competition and high traffic, what you can do is include that in the title. So replace the title of the article and include your keyword, and then add the keyword in the beginning of the content, as well as try to stuff it in a little bit in the entire content by modifying it a little bit. By doing so, you will increase your chances of getting picked up. But this is just one strategy out of many strategies. You need backlinks, you need other strategies as well, but you can use the content as it is, but add your little targeted keyword and your little review about the article and include some keywords in it. And that way, your content will be unique from other content, although you're using the same.
Yeah. And like where I mentioned about having that introduction, that's a way to kind of make, you know, get your keywords into that first paragraph, but also your existing audience to understand why you're sharing it, why it's something you want them to learn about. There was something else I was thinking as you were talking, but now I forgot, but maybe sure it'll come back later. But yeah, because I remember like years ago actually, and that people would sell private label rights content and claim it was optimized for search engines. I don't see that claim much anymore, but if you ever see that, that doesn't mean you can't buy their content. You just can't believe that they've done that because it's impossible for everyone to take the content and target the same keyword phrase, right? You need to choose something different. That's why Yusef says to change the title of the article or whatever it happens to be that you're publishing, because you can also optimize even if you're giving out coloring pages, because you're going to create a page that features the coloring pages and you're going to optimize that yourself as well. But it's just a little extra work. And the great part is that you're using private label rights content. So much of it's done for you. Now you have time. All right, so let's move on to list building, and I hope you guys have been enjoying these ideas so far. We'll keep throwing them at you, and again, don't get overwhelmed by all that. I got to do all this. You don't have to do all this. What you have to do is try the one thing, see how it works, do more of it if it works, tweak it, make it better, step by step, right? One step at a time. All right, let's get into list building, which is critically important. I think I've explained that to you. It's a commercial medium. It's you have the list. Yes, sometimes your emails can get filtered, like we talked about search, social media can filter and not show your stuff, but email is much more reliable to getting to the intended recipient. All right, so we've got reports, lots of reports you can buy with private label rights. We create tons of them, and they're perfect for giving away as an opt-in. And ways to incorporate this into your strategy is to make sure your free opt-in leads the leader to a related product that will help them even get better results. So if you are just starting out and you don't have a product, that's okay. Put up the opt-in offer and start growing that list, and then you can add the products later. But if you've already got products for sale, try to make the opt-in offer.
Sorry.
He's messing with my screen. Easily distracted. Okay, so yeah, so you want to be sure, you want to be able to have that offer. So you want, because when someone signs up for your list, they are primed, they're excited, they want this thing that you're going to solve problem for them. They're ready for stuff like that. And maybe they won't buy it immediately when they see it, but they've seen it and now it's in the back of their head, and you're going to follow up with them and, you know, keep giving them reasons why they want to make this purchase. So you do want to do that from the start where it's possible, but don't let that keep you from starting growing your list if you're brand new. You can eventually start incorporating that and making that your marketing strategy more solid. Inside the report, include promotions on the thank you page, and as I mentioned in the follow-up, you're going to keep, you know, talking about your product and letting them know about it, but you're also going to do it in an informative way, which it's going to come up with us as we continue. You'll see ways to do that. You give your affiliates a link to your opt-in offer so they can bring new subscribers and customers. So always be giving them, you know, that's another great, you know, some people don't, some affiliates may not want to share a free thing like this, but many do, because they're not as comfortable selling. That's why some of them, that's why they go join your affiliate program, because they want you to do the selling, but they'll gladly share a free opt-in offer. So always make sure you're able to get your affiliates links to send you traffic to those opt-in reports and offers. Checklists are a great free gift with opt-in. You can bundle it up with a report, or you can make a little bundle of checklists. The ways you want to incorporate this idea into your marketing strategy is offer a course that they can purchase to make the best use of the checklists. Include relevant product promotions in the footer of your checklists. Always, you know, always just like take that few extra minutes. Again, if you're using PLR checklists, they're already done for you. So you doing those little extras about adding it into the footer so that the next time they pull it up, they can have it. Give them 1 or 2 checklists, but offer them a super high value checklist bundle for purchase. I mean, that would depend on the topic it is. Sometimes a checklist bundle maybe isn't a good product, but if it's perhaps something about, you know, organizing their home, and you have a huge package that helps them organize the kitchen in various ways, and their, you know, their garage, all that stuff, that is definitely a valuable product that you can upsell them to. Worksheets, again, you know, they can be on their own or bundled with reports, checklists, and things like that. Ways to incorporate that into your marketing strategy is give the worksheet for free when they attend your free webinar to promote your high ticket product, right? So you've all been on those webinars. You're on one right now, actually. Where, you know, we're going to give you an offer at the end, and it's going to be a good one. So please, you know, and you're not going to actually believe it. We're not going to do this again because it's actually kind of too crazy, but it's a way to get people to come in. People love something to take with them and download. We're giving you that free content planner as well. That's how we're enticing you to come and stay. Hopefully the content is good too. You can run a class on how to complete the worksheet and make the most of it. So if you've got like PLR worksheets and you're like, I kind of want to run a class, but I don't know what to do. You know, your worksheet can kind of give you that framework of, you know, getting on a Zoom call or a GoToWebinar thing for an hour, and you've got a product. You can combine it with a free consultation offer if you do consultations of some kind, you know, giving them the worksheet that maybe you guys talk about on the consultation call or something like that. Journal pages. They are great because they get your readers thinking and committing to their next steps. So what they're going to do next. All right, so we're talking about journals, and they really get your readers thinking, right? And committing to their next steps, which is important for you. If you're giving away a free journal page, you can kind of craft, you could change some of the questions or the prompts so that it kind of primes them for the product that you want them to purchase as well. Right, so that one of the goals, so you can ask them what their goals might be, and one of the goals might be to sign up for your training program. Offer an upgrade for a complete journal that they can purchase after, right? You give out a couple pages and then give them a journal that either they can print themselves or one that they get sent in the mail. Add your branding and product promotions into your journals as well, especially in the journal pages that you're giving out for free. You know, don't be shy about adding branding to those, because you're giving them a gift and they should know where they're going to go and get some more. Coloring pages, it's therapeutic, it's creative. Obviously kids love coloring, but adults too, as many of you know. I know a lot of our customers sell coloring books and coloring pages. And it makes, and even if you don't, like, even if coloring is not the main part of any part of your business, it still makes it more fun to spread your mess. It can be incorporated. So you can give away a few sheets in return for opting into your list. They can also upgrade to the full coloring book or coloring packet if it's a downloadable thing. You can host a coloring party. If you guys listen to our interview with Raven of Color Monthly, she talks about having coloring parties. Yusef and I aren't big colorers, so it's kind of a foreign idea to us, but people who love to color with others and go live and make an event. Just have them sign up to do that, and then you've got them on your list. Also, you can make a time-lapse video of the page being colored. It connects people to your designs, so you could put that on the opt-in page or on your sales pages as well. You know, you got it could be done digitally, or if you got kids, get them to color and create a video of it, and you've got your little marketing tool. Webinars. Now, usually there isn't, I mean, maybe there are some PLR sellers that sell webinar content that you can create a webinar with, and they definitely do actually. Their courses, they'll have slideshows and things like that. But you can also use any report or other piece of content as a script to create a webinar, to do a class like this that's free, or it could be a class that they pay to join. And it's easy to build, like we're talking list building in this section. It is easy to build a list with a free informative webinar. A webinar is also a great place to promote your related products. And you can also, when you're done the webinar, you've got a recording. So you've got more ways to get them on your list. So if you do a live webinar like this, for example, obviously record it and allow people to sign up to watch the recording, or you can put snippets of the recording and do a bunch of different little opt-in offers. So many possibilities to ways to grow your list with private label rights content. So we're going to move on to part 3 now, is creating products. So I hope that so far, like, everything is showing you how you are incorporating a message, but you're also always sharing your products when you are sharing great free content. You're talking about your products, you're linking to them where appropriate, and you're following up by email, because you have to remember that, you know, your products are part of your message. And if you're trying to teach someone how to solve a certain problem or accomplish something, then they're coming to you for that. For you to not tell them about your products that can help them get better results, faster results, whatever it is, it's kind of a disservice, right? So you have to really think about how you're going to incorporate it all together. And the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. So maybe the first few times, you make a social media post and you like throw in something about your product and you sound like a used car salesman. Don't worry about it. You'll get better at it. You'll be more natural, because it's like having a conversation with friends. If you had a friend that had a problem and you knew about a product, you would probably give them a bit of advice and say, hey, you should go get this. This will fix that, right? That's the totally natural thing to do. So it is natural. It just feels weird because it's people that, we don't know, and we know we want to sell something and we have these weird feelings about it, but the more you practice it, the easier it becomes. So let's talk about making products. Ebooks. You got lots of, take a report or an ebook and make it your product. Easy enough. Ways to incorporate, the ways to incorporate that into your marketing strategy is so you're using DoneForYou report. Add a personal introduction and conclusion from you, based on your experience and perhaps the experience of your customers. Ours, our reports always come with cover designs. And so, yeah, if everybody's publishing them with the same image, then maybe, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I often will publish PLR with the cover that has come with it. But if I'm really trying to stand out, then I might modify it a little, I might modify it a lot. It just varies. But you have that option. And with our DoneForYou content, we offer you the PSD files, which means you can change all the elements, the images, the text. You can add branding easily, because it's a layered graphic that you can do that with. And as a side note, that's usually done with Photoshop. But if you don't have Photoshop and don't want to pay for Photoshop, you can do it with the free Photopea editor. I believe GIMP also edits PSDs. So you don't have to start from scratch to make it a little more unique. So when you're turning a book into a ebook into a product, always keep that funnel in mind: traffic, grow your list, sell your product. So you're going to be publishing all the content that's related to this product, so you can start building that list of people who will be interested in your product. And then, the sales become automatic. You're bringing in the traffic. You've already got everything set up, all the follow-up set up for it. And you don't have to do as much work because most of the content is done for you. You can create an ebook series or a bundle of ebooks as well, right? So many options. You can create courses. So you can do, like we talked about, using maybe some content as a script, or using a worksheet and working through that worksheet. That becomes a course. You've got recordings. It doesn't always have to be a recording either. It can be written content as well. Ways to incorporate courses into your marketing strategy is to release excerpts from that course to generate traffic, snippets from the reports, a page from the journal, all kinds of things like that. So your content keeps working for you. It's the product, but it also is promotion. Make an opt-in offer with the worksheets and then invite them to take the course to make the most of the offer. And think about this, the more tools you incorporate into your course, the more ways they have, the more ways they can learn. People like to learn in different ways, and they absorb things in different ways. So the more you incorporate reading, watching, listening, writing, the easier it is to sell your course. But if that's a barrier, like, I don't want to do a recording, that's no problem, right? You still have the use the written content, the printables and things like that. But the more you can do it, the better selling product you're likely to have. We've also got journals. These are products in themselves. They can be added to courses, and of course they can be digital or print. You could start an Etsy shop to showcase your printables. You can use a DoneForYou journal to create a course that solves a problem, right? So you're teaching them a topic, and maybe you're going through some of the prompts and things like that. Same idea as the worksheet, turning that into a course. It's kind of your guide into what you want to teach. Share how you fill in journal pages to educate your audience and make a more personal connection at the same time, which is a great thing. So, you know, take one of these journals, look at one of the really interesting prompts that you like, fill it out, and share that. So it's serving a couple purposes. It's helping them know you better, but it's also giving them ideas on how to use your product, right? Planners are also products in themselves and can be added to courses. They can be digital or print as well, same as the journals. Again, start an Etsy shop to showcase them. Use a DoneForYou planner to help your customers achieve a goal. Share how to effectively use the planner to educate your audience, and I make it, again, like showing how you fill it out, how you use it. And you've got a marketing tool and that loyal audience building tool. Coloring books and pages, you know, pick a theme. We give you guys lots of coloring pages, and if you've been working with a lot of our content, you probably have a good supply, and they can be reused in different things. And you can make coloring page downloadable packs or print books. Ways to incorporate this into your marketing strategy is you could create a coloring membership with new pages each month. Do those coloring parties and other events. Provide your branded coloring pages to organizations who can use them in volume, restaurants, churches, for teachers, and more. You know, and make sure your branding, like I said, the branding is on those so that people know where they can find you. Send printed coloring books to your best clients and customers as a gift. They can also be, the pages can be added into other products. They can be added into books like journals and planners. You know, adding coloring elements to those products as well. And you could do print-on-demand products. We mentioned those earlier when we looked at the graphics. You can create merchandise for sale, gifts for clients, event swag if you're going to events as well. And these are more fun than, you know, a lot of people try to create, you know, t-shirts for their company. And the main thing is their logo or their company name, but like unless people are really rabid fans of yours, they don't really care about that. But you can take a design like this and add your logo to it as well, right? So you've got your branding, but you've also got a fun or, you know, inspirational message to go with it. You can mail them to people who join your high ticket coaching program or course. So many things you can do. And, you know, it's easy. You can use companies like Printful or Printify. They will, you know, you upload your design, and then when you want, you know, someone can buy and automatically they'll ship it. Or if you can also order products and ship them to your customer. You don't have to have an inventory or buy a bunch ahead of time. Also, let's talk about card decks, I think, because many of you are customers, you're familiar with these, and they are maybe new to some people, but they're popular. It's just like a, you know, it looks like a playing card deck, and they're popular inspirational products sold in sometimes printable, printed or digital formats. In the case of the ones we make, there's usually an inspirational saying, a lovely backside that you can change, because these are also in PSD format, so you can change whatever you want, add your own text or change the backs, add your branding as well, especially if you're giving out cards or something like that. You can add them to your courses or coaching programs to help reiterate some of the lessons. You can use, I mean, there are products by themselves as well, but they can be incorporated into things like that. Use the individual card images as writing prompts for your blog, then link to your card deck for sale. You could print a version with your business, you could make it a business card, right? So you put your business contact information and then also maybe include information on how to get the deck. But you know, they serve a couple of purposes. If they have a nice message on it, maybe they're more likely to hang on to that card that has your information on it. Paid newsletters, you can print them and ship them, or make it a digital download, or a perk of like if you have a membership site, adding a newsletter to it. We do these done-for-you ones that have all the inspirational, motivational content in them already ready to go, or you can create your own unique ones. I did this presentation with another audience recently, and the man who was hosting it, he admitted to me that he actually has our newsletters, and he basically has a product that he gets people sign up for a subscription, and he's sending out the newsletter that we create for him. Add your best content to the newsletters, but also remember to include product promotions so your customers know where they can get more helpful stuff. That's expected in a newsletter, even something they've paid for, right? There is when the ones we design, there's lots of space for you to add your promotions and things like that. It could be something that they opt in to get, and then they get a promotion once they've opted in, or you can send them directly to a product page. You can also create relationships with others in your niche and have them contribute content to your newsletters. That's always a great thing, and I'm actually surprised that I haven't mentioned it before, but the more you can connect with other business owners who reach similar audiences to you, the more benefit you have. Like some of your affiliates might be able to contribute content, so then that creates a more solid relationship between you, and they're more likely to promote you as well. Also feature your customer stories, photos, and results, which helps build that sense of community as well. And for you, we always have a space for a letter from the editor, and maybe that's a little bit of pressure, but taking the rest of the content's done for you. So taking the time to just add a little personal note makes such a big difference in creating that connection, making the rest of the content more valuable because they know why you're sharing it with them. You can also do product bundles. So one great thing is if you're just starting out and you're going to put up a journal for sale, then you're going to maybe do another journal or a coloring book, and over time it builds up. Suddenly you have all these products, right? And bundling them up is a great way to give your customers a really great, hard to resist offer, and all that work you've been doing with these small products now pays off bigger, because even though they're getting a really great price on the bundle, they're paying you more to access everything. So each sale earns you more money. You can allow customers to buy individual products or show them how to get more value with your product bundle. So even when you share a single one, you might say, hey, you might want to grab this whole bundle, and then that automatically increases your amount per sale. Specially priced bundles are great for getting your affiliates on board as well for a launch. We've been talking about affiliates a lot, but so if they're going to promote your journal and it costs $10 or something like that, 17 to have it shipped or something, they're not going to make a lot of commission on that. But if you're going to make a nice big product bundle that's going to sell for 37, 47, 9, whatever it is, right? They're going to get a much bigger earning per sale, and they're more likely to promote it. And it's a great excuse for having a big launch, right? You offer the special price for a limited time. You have a sales contest with your affiliates. Also, product bonuses. So any piece of valuable PLR content can be turned into a bonus for your own product or other people's product. So you can grow your own list by, looking around and seeing other product sellers. Maybe they sell a course on something, and you want to say, can I add the report, journal, or something else as a bonus? And then those people just have to opt in to get the offer, and then there you have them on your list. Also, if you're going to put bonuses onto your own products, it could be a product that you're about to launch and you have a limited time bonus so that they sign up faster. Or if you have existing products, go back and add something extra valuable related, right? Don't just pile this stuff on. But it gives you an excuse to promote again. And it also gives you an excuse to talk to your existing customers who already bought the product, and they will, you say, hey, thanks for buying this. We just added this. You can download it at no extra cost. So it just creates more goodwill with the customers you have as well. And it's a great way to get new customers. All right, so that's the 3 parts. I hope, was that useful so far? Like, did you get some great ideas that you guys could start incorporating? All right, what? Oh, because Yusef is back. Every time he puts his screen on, it totally changes my screen. It might do that to you guys too. You might have to rearrange after, but remember, you can move everything around if you want the slideshow to be bigger. Anyways, so yes, so many ideas. And again, remember, there's gonna be like probably way too many, one step at a time. But one thing I want to make clear too, to make this work, you'll see we're talking about giving away lots of free stuff. And you'll notice in our business too, if you're our customer, that we give away lots of free content. Never be afraid that you're giving out too much for free. Just be strategic about it. Giving out tons of content helps you build traffic, grows your list. We've already established that. It also creates goodwill and pre-sells your products. So if you have a launch coming up, you're giving out some content ahead of it. Or even if the product's available for sale, you're giving out free content that gets your product in their mind. So you obviously know the benefit of doing it. So here's an approach to take if you're concerned, or actually even if don't be concerned. If you take this approach, you can't give away too much for free. Number 1 is to give the solution to a problem with the free content and sell them the tools to make it easier, faster, and better, right? So you can give out all the advice you want, but say you have printables that make it easy for them to implement what you've done. You're selling them the tools. It's kind of like, if you are in, follow marketing strategy and stuff, that a lot of people talk about, software as being like the ultimate product to sell, especially on a subscription basis. But people who sell software can educate you all they want. It's the tool that's important. But software takes years to develop. You have to keep it up as well. You need a big team to make sure it keeps going. Having printables or tools like checklists and worksheets and all that stuff is kind of like having the benefits of a software business, but it's much easier. You don't have to update it. It doesn't take much to develop. In many cases, it's already done for you. You're just giving it out. So that way you're free to help people, to educate people. Also, number 2, we talked about adding ideas and examples into PLR content. You can give ideas and examples for using your product. You'll see we do this a lot. We try to tell you lots of different ways to use it so that, and the ideas are, in our case, the ideas are useful whether you actually use our product or not. Maybe you don't need that particular product, but it generates lots of ideas. And when your audience is educated, then educated audience is a buying audience. So use those 2 strategies to help make that free content really work for you. So I think now that we've filled you up with all these ideas and different ways to use the content, as we mentioned, we have a done for you package that's going to make it easy for you to implement all this, because it includes, and what it includes is a year's worth of done for you content to help you save time and money while building traffic, growing a list, and having awesome products for sale. And this is and it's content that's totally done for you, but we're also including a bunch of fill in the blanks templates in case you want to quickly and easily put together your own original content as well. Because in our opinion, a smart marketing strategy is always going to include both. And you can see that we've been doing that. So even if you're using done for you content, you're incorporating elements of yourself into those pieces as well. So you do want to do both. Sometimes you're going to use done for you content, which is going to save you so much time to help you create that really high value extra stuff that you want to share. Because that is really how you get clear about your message. Everything fits right into what you want to accomplish. So here's a quick look at everything, and you guys are gonna be like, wow, this is amazing. And you're gonna remember back when I told you that I create chaos at eKitHub, and Yusef makes sure that I don't go too far out of hand and we can stay in business. But we both agreed that we're gonna give you like we're not gonna be able to do this again. The offer is fantastic. The value is pretty incredible. So let's give it a quick run through. It's 12 months worth of done-for-you content that is a lot of personal development, inspirational, motivational, but there's some family stuff in there and health and even a little bit of holiday content, kind of a nice rounded selection of content. You're going to get 12 reports with e-cover sets, 50 articles, 12 printable newsletters, 50 posters and product templates, 50 coloring pages, 12 journals with cover sets, 12 planners with cover sets, and 12 card decks, 12 worksheets, and 12 checklists. And I'm gonna, when we show you where you can pick this up, if you wanna know like, what are the topics, or have I seen these before, you'll be able to run through everything and you'll see it. So we'll show you that after. Just giving you an overview of all this stuff that you can work with, implementing the strategies that we talked about. Certainly, like, the value of this as PLR is at least $497 if you were to go buy a bunch of little packages to do this. And of course, making it yourself would cost thousands more. We also have our content monetization template so that you can create your own unique content that you want. There's a few different designs. We've got report and ebook templates, and they also give you space to incorporate those promotions or the more personal stuff that you're going to add. It includes little prompts for you to make sure that you're using it as a good promotional tool. Same with the articles, like, you know, you want to add that call to action. This guides you in doing that. There's tips lists, checklist templates, worksheets, slideshow templates, and then just some raw, you know, content templates where maybe you're not, like, you'll see these are nice designs, something more just text-based as well. Also, we've included our blank printables templates, which has 3 sets of PowerPoint designs and 3 sets of Word doc, docx. I don't know, I say that out loud. I write it down all the time. And each set includes, you know, a fill in the blanks journal, planner, worksheet. I thought I deleted that earlier, but it seems to be back. To-do lists and checklists. So each set has that for you. It also has cover graphics you can work with, and we've included the instructions for you as well. And also, so important here is creating a high converting free offer templates. And each of these template packages, the blank ones, they come with, you know, a strategy guide to help you understand what the marketing strategy is, but also how to use the actual templates that we've included. This one shows you how to create, these are funnel graphics. You can see we talked about funnels, a little more complicated than the simple one we showed you, but it shows you how you can take them from the free thing to getting them to buy something from you, not for you. Maybe they'll buy you something as well, I don't know. But so we've got a free opt-in offer template, like we were talking about, giving away something to download. If you do free consultations, there's you know, an offer page templates, and it all includes examples as well, so that you can visualize how it would look. Free webinar offers as well, or if you sell books, coloring books perhaps, or written books, whatever it happens to be, journals, planners, you could do a free with offer, right? You give away your book for free, but they pay for the shipping, which is a very popular way to get people into your product funnel. We have templates for that. And then more newsletters. We talked about that man who has created a whole like product out of sending newsletters regularly to people. These are gorgeous designs. They're printable, but then also there's HTML templates. So if you're using a autoresponder like Aweber, then you can use those in there, because the printable ones, they'll need to go download, but you can incorporate this right into the email service that you have. And there's also plain ones as well that help you lay out the content nicely for yourself. If you don't really know how to sell products, we've got the sales funnel templates, which helps you create sales pages, a thank you page, upsell, lots of files to help you understand the different elements of a sales page and the wording you can use to help increase your sales. It's definitely a handy thing to have by your side when you're creating sales pages. Also, when we were talking about finding your message, these personal branding templates are going to be perfect for you. There's a bunch of worksheets in it, about creating your vision, purpose, and values, how to kind of get to know who your audience is and figure out who your ideal customer is as well, which is important because, yes, you may know what problem you want to solve, but you also, you want them to match you and to match your values and to be able to afford your products as well. This will help you figure that out for yourself. And our course creation templates. So, where there's ebook templates, there's workbooks you could do worksheets or workbook templates, and then also some checklists and PowerPoint if you want to do, a webinar or something like that. So lots of great stuff to help you create content, but also sell and, hone those marketing skills. But we've also included this intensive content results training program, which is sold for $197. And it will help you create that content marketing plan. So we threw a bunch of ideas at you, right? And they're good ideas and you can run with them step by step, but this will help you kind of bring everything together so you know where you're going next. And it'll help you execute that plan to get the results you want. The program teaches you how, it also touches on PLR as well, so it uses up all the awesome PLR you've been collecting on your hard drive. And don't feel bad about that, because having that collection is a good thing. It means you always have things to draw on when you need them. Just make sure that you're starting to use them in a more meaningful way. Have a team regularly publishing for content for you. I mean, you can hire people to do that, but there's lots of strategies to get content created for you absolutely free. To get more subscribers and sales while building your loyal fan base, getting more word of mouth for your business without even asking, establishing your expertise as a go-to resource in your niche, and have your audience excited to buy. See, my changes are not here. You don't want them to buy yourself. You want them to buy your products instead of feeling like you force them. And I think that's a big one. And especially from our group and talking to people are like, we are shy about selling. We have this weird guilt about it as well, but this is going to teach you strategies. And we've touched on a bunch here as well, to make it feel like it's part of a conversation rather than it's you like forcing something on people. And it also shows you how to implement your plan and start getting results in the next 30 days. So an excellent complement to what we've done here, give you some more structure and help you create a plan for it. There's the different lessons there. And of course, we've included tools. Look at, we've got printables. So there's like a workbook, monthly strategic content plan workbook, which I'm going to talk about in a second, because you guys are actually going to be able to download that one in a moment for yourself for free. But there's the content results planner. We also have a journal that if you are a writer and that's how you like to reflect it, it'll give you some guided ways to help improving your content marketing. And as I mentioned, you can download the monthly content planner for free. And I'll give you the link to do that in a second, where I just want to show you a few more things. But it's a spreadsheet that you'll see. And when you first open it, don't be like, there's a bunch of tabs. So if you just look at it, you'll be like, well, I don't know what to do with this. There is a tab that says instructions, and it'll tell you what to do. And it includes it includes also, this isn't all the instructions, these are also ideas. Like, it's filled with ideas. It's a very, very useful piece of content. And of course, if you do grab the entire package that we're offering you today, you'll get the training that I mentioned, includes a little more guidance on using this as well. So you'll become an expert at it. So Our goal is to make it easy for you to create an effective content marketing plan. I hope that's clear in all that we've, shared with you today and this package that we've put together. We've invested in the team to create all this so you don't have to. You just grab the content, templates, training, and go. So let's run down, if we can, the value of everything. So we've got the year's worth of done for you content. Easily a $4.97 to purchase value, right? And if we're talking like creating it yourself, we are looking at tens of thousands of dollars for all of this, and the time. I mean, hundreds of hours to have it as well, saving you so much time and money to do this. All the content monetization templates sell for $47. The blank printables templates are valued at $47. Creating a high converting free offer templates, also $47. Done for you printable newsletter templates, $47. Sales funnel templates you could purchase separately for $47. Personal branding templates for $47. Course creation templates also, because we do a lot of the template packages at that price, but then also the intensive content marketing results training at $197. So forgetting about what it costs to create it, that's just a $1,023 retail value. So much useful stuff in it for you. So what are we going to give it to you for? What did Yusef say it was okay to do today? Okay, hey, it's Alice again. This is one of those live interruptions, but I promise you there is not a test here. I just wanted to step in because I wanted to tell you about the amazing offer we're giving you, and because we have some bonuses that we didn't offer previously, so you guys are lucky, you get some extra stuff here. But to start, everything we've shared with you so far, you're gonna come in at over 80% off. Yeah, 80% off the retail value. Never mind the amount of time or money it would have cost to create the content yourself, but you get everything for $197. The page is at ekithub.com/PLR. You can see there is an order button near the top if you already know you're in. And if you prefer, you can keep scrolling down and you'll see all the topics of everything that we have mentioned here. So you can get all the details. So that's ekithub.com/PLR. Now, I want to say we do have a couple other things for you. First of all, we're going to give you $50 to spread another $50 to spend on whatever e-kits you want. And that is a webinar only bonus. And as long as you get in before the countdown hits 0, you are in for that. The credit, just as a disclaimer, the credit is for regularly priced e-kits only, and it must be used within 30 days of purchase. But basically, we're giving you $50 back from your purchase to use how you would like. And how it will work is that when you first sign up, you will get an email about your main purchase and a link to log in. You can always log into your account even without that email and get that for yourself. But there is going to be another email that comes out a moment after, and it includes the information about the credit. We're doing it that way because other people who purchase this offer are not getting this. You guys are getting this. So look out for that second email with the $50 e-kit credits, and you'll be able to go shopping. But seriously, there's still more. How about another whole year's worth of content? Yeah, seriously, you got the 1 year already, we've got the templates, we got the training, we got the $50 credit, but a whole other year's worth of content for you. The only thing here is it's for the first 25 customers only. So you got to hurry up and get in on that one. And it's ekithub.com/PLR. So basically this extra year's worth is going to be on the same subject area that you see in the main package. So now you're just going to get 12 more reports, 12 more newsletters with 16 articles, 12 more journals, 12 more planners, 12 more worksheets. I'm running out of breath. 12 more checklists, 50 more articles, 50 more product templates, 50 more coloring pages. But again, it's the first 25 customers only, so definitely get in on this one. As a, so a note that, the first time we ran this webinar live, we did not have this bonus. But even without it, within our first hour, it was a full house. Within the first hour, we did have over 100 orders. So if you want that 25, you want the extra year's worth bonus, be one of those first 25 and hurry on over to ekithub.com/PLR. So the value here is truly remarkable. Well, sure, you're going to agree with that, right? All you have to do is use some of the content to make it worth it. And that's not just lip service. Like, this is how we operate too. We are PLR customers. We have a huge library of content that we can draw in and incorporate this content into what we're working on. So, there's so much in there. You're going to keep coming back to that library for years to come. You don't have to use it all at once, and you don't even have to use it all at all. Like, we've put together such value that, it's easy for you to pick and choose what you need and work with it, because you want to just stay consistent with your message. You don't want to just publish for publish sake, but there's so much in there that's going to fit in and you'll be able to use. So yeah, Janet, if you do go to ekithub.com/PLR, and it's just on that page there, and we'll have it in the chat for you as well. And you see that bonus graphic there, and it says first 25 customers only. You are good to go, and you should order right away. Also, Francine, good question. The free planner I mentioned is also on that page. So you'll be able to download it from there. It's a great little tool to keep you organized and come up with great content ideas. So it's a spreadsheet. So if you open it up and make sure you look at the tab that has the instructions, it's got lots of ideas in there and instructions, so you'll know how to use it. Because if you open it up and you don't notice the other tabs, you'll be like, what is this? What do I do with this? And you'll get even more out of it if you join us, and you'll get access to that intensive content results training, because everything is centered around that, and it will help you use it more effectively. All right, so I wanted to show you this customer feedback, and not just, to like say how great we are. It's more about like telling you that we have these loyal customers. We're talking about having loyal customers that keep coming back for more. We're teaching you that what we've taught you is what we do, right? So it's proof that it works. I also wanted to show you, like, I'm not going to read all this out, but the comment from Christy I would like to read out on the left. It says, thanks for the add to the group, Alice and Yusef. You guys are one of my answered prayers. I am so grateful for you from the bottom of my heart. I mean, like, wow. Could you ever have imagined that you might be someone's answered prayers? Like, I had tears in my eyes when I read this. I was like, wow. I'm so glad. And, that's the thing you can do as well. And I think if you're bogged down in, creating all the content, or you have a wishy-washy message in your business, then that's going to be harder to do. Let us, take care of that content for you so you can focus on that message and helping people the best you can. A little bit more feedback, and one thing I want to note, like Yusef and I have had this business for eKitHub started, I think, just about 2 years ago. It seems so much longer. We've produced a lot, as if you guys know us, then you'll know that's true. But I personally have been selling PLR for over 16 years now, and many of these people have been with me since the beginning. They just keep coming back for more. That's what you guys can have as well. I mean, you're going to help them with different things. We help people grow businesses, and they keep coming back for more, but it's the same idea, right? That you're helping these people. They're going to spread the word about you. They're going to keep coming back for more. All right. Plus, we have the eKitHub group to brainstorm questions and more, get more ideas anytime you need. Our community And us personally are there with sound experience, advice, and provide you with the accountability you need to get things done. We have lots of great, smart, experienced people and experiences with different things. You know, we talked about software or platforms and, you know, not worrying about that kind of stuff. The group is where you can kind of tap into people who have different experiences with different pieces of software, you know, maybe it's Photoshop or something like that, and never let that bog you down. Also, don't forget about the Google because it'll guide you through all those technical things. But we're there for you. You also provide you with some accountability. We often ask you what you're working on and kind of get you guys to tell us. But you can also, you know, I mean, you can't. You're not there to promote yourself, but you are welcome to show pictures of things you're working on. We might ask you to post your sales page as well, just like, you know, in those moments you can tell us what, you know, what's up. You can create a post and say, hey, I'm working on this. Come back and tell us your project, your progress. And we love hearing about your first sale or any kind of brag you want to make. We want to hear about it because we're so proud of our customers, and we're so glad that, you know, the things that we can provide can help you do that. Again, it's ekithub.com/PLR there. All right, Trish, yes, the 1 year, yeah, it's still, if it's there, it's still good to go. Okay, awesome. Ari is in, Jeff is in. All right, so really, let us do the work so you can focus on growing your business beyond your wildest dreams. And it's, I mean, it sounds silly, but it's also true. I mean, what a blessing we have to just work from home, share things, and, you know, do it kind of on our own schedules. And what the overall message that we want you to get here is to focus on the big picture. We're your content team. You bring the message, the amazing products, which we also can help you create, and that's it. Yay, Jackie's in. Okay. Again, if you see the bonus, it's available, get on in. Trish asks, if I don't have an email list, does the training cover this? Well, yes, it does. The intensive content results training does cover that. But it's like simple. All you need is an offer, a free offer. Look at all this content. We've already got you covered for that. And then you set up your autoresponder. And that's where people might get tripped up. There's different software to choose. Aweber is what we use. Constant Contact, different things. But don't worry about that. Just pick one, because a lot of them are just really all the same. The software is the least thing. Then you use those traffic strategies to drive content to that offer. That's all it is. Don't let that technology bog you down. Use Google, use the group. What's most important is the marketing strategy, the strategy to grow your audience, and the strategy to make awesome product offers. All right, Stacy says, I'm a lifetime customer and this is a great offer. Well, thank you so much. I think that you're right, because it is a great offer. I mean, so much time we've saved you and money as well. All right. Okay, let's see if there's some other questions. Question about, like, from beginning, I guess, about search engine optimization. Keith said that he heard that you have to change the content significantly, or it could hurt your search engine optimization. I think if you grab those tips that Yusef shared with you, it's not going to hurt you. I mean, what's the point of buying pre-written articles and then completely changing them? You're not saving time. You're diluting also the, I mean, the content was written the first time. It's well-written content. If you're trying to rephrase it, the quality of it goes down. You know, you're just making, you know, the changes that Yusef was talking about, maybe the additions rather than changes. But the thing to remember is that it's not true. And this is, you know, again, based on over 20 years experience. Google doesn't punish you for using syndicated content. I mean, look at news sites. They reuse the same stories. They may add some stuff to it. Sometimes they just publish it as is. You don't get punished from Google for that. So it doesn't hurt your SEO. It's possible that if the same content appears different places, Google might disregard yours. That's why it's important to target a different keyword phrase than everybody else so that your chance of appearing there are higher, but you're not going to get in trouble for using syndicated content. I mean, if you're creating websites and they're all the same content and it's all just all other, like, you're adding your own stuff too. You're going to add some of your own thoughts. You're also going to use a combination of PLR and other stuff. So no, do not believe that it can hurt you. So what I'm going to do now is, I promised you guys I'd look at the sales page, and here we are. So it's ekithub.com/PLR. We are going to finish up here pretty quick. So you'll see the year's worth offer right below that, right below the image there. You'll see that free content planner you can download, but remember that if you sign up, you're going to get like the full training on effectively using it. So be sure to take advantage. You can also download the slides from this presentation. And then we have a first 25 customers only bonus. So again, if you see it here, you're ready to roll. And then continue. I'm not going to go through all this because what interests you is probably going to vary, but you can see all the topics from the year's worth of content. All right, so I'm really glad you guys came. I hope you guys got some good value out of this. We're full of ideas, So again, go to ekithub.com/PLR. Make sure you get signed up, get into the group, dig into that training. Anytime you have questions about anything in the training, post it to the group. More than happy to help you. All right, so I think we're going to wrap up now. Again, thank you for taking the time to come here, and I really look forward to seeing your progress and working with you. Take care.